G'day guys, how are you going? Well, it's been a while since I've made any major changes to my GU Nissan Patrol. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to walk you through its current layout, and then when it's finished, you're going to see some big changes. Let's check it out. Righto, so we'll start at the back here, because this is where a fair bit of the changes are going to take place. So, all going on here, so I'll show you inside what's going to happen in here. No, I won't tell you, you'll have to wait and see, but I'll show you what I've got in here at the moment. So I've got two swingaways, and then inside here I've got a set of drawers that I've made. So that's my current layout now in the back here. So these drawers, yeah, they've been absolutely fantastic. You know, I've made these myself, purpose built really for the Patrol, you know, for the small barn door there. So by the time that door there gets shut, you know, you can still slide that drawer out if you need to. You don't have to get both the doors open. So it's been a great setup, but I'm looking for something a bit more practical, a bit more easy to use. And so yeah, so that's the layout there now. But when we come back, it's not going to look like that. So I'll close this up and we'll move on to where the next change is going to happen, because that's going to be pretty good too. Righto, we'll shut that up. Now I'll go around the corner here. Okay, so this is now where the next stage of big change is going to go on inside my Nissan Patrol. So I've got the back seats and everything all still in here, cargo barriers all still there. Pie warmer, well, that's going to stay there because it's an absolutely cracking spot, but the design of that will change a fair bit, but this will look so different once I get it all finished, and I can't wait to get into this. But another reason why I'm also looking to make all these changes, it's to redistribute weight too. So all the weight that's out the back out there, hanging out the back tyres, it's all going to move forward, move into different positions. So that's going to be a big one. It'll handle so much differently. So I'm really looking forward to it. Let's get into this, start ripping it apart, and I'll see you guys in the next stage. Well, all the changes have now been made to the interior of my GU Patrol, so come around the back here and I'll show you the new custom layout. Let's check it out. Righto, so here's one of the changes now that's gone on before we get inside. I've only got now one spare tyre. I've been carrying two spare tyres around for a long time, but I've removed one of those. And also with this redesign, you know, I've also removed a lot of weight out of the Patrol. So this is certainly the start of it, but I have kept that spare arm, you know, the spare swing away and the spare tyre. I've got that still at home in my shed. So if I ever go, you know, on a trip in Central Australia or something like that, where you'd probably want to take two spare tyres, well, I'll just put that arm back on again, then I'd head away with two spare tyres. So we'll get inside now and I'll show you what's going on in there, because this is where it all goes on. Now, before we go open the doors up here and show you what's going on there, before all the change went on, this is what the Patrol used to look like in here, with drawers and fridge and everything all in the back here. But now it looks like this. This is where a lot of the changes have gone on in here. So this is now what I've got here. As you can see, the drawers, the fridge, all that sort of stuff's all gone, all been moved. So now I've gone back to plastic storage boxes, and I've come on board with these guys here with the Expedition 134 boxes. Now these are all Australian made up there in Queensland. Great couple of blokes up there that making these boxes. And look, there's a lot of advantages with going back to plastic stacking storage boxes. Now, I've also been thinking about this for a while. You know, I went to Fraser Island a few years ago and went with a mate of mine up there from Queensland, and he's been using plastic storage boxes in the back of his 100 series for years. Now him and his wife, they do a lot of Central Australia stuff, and you know, and I saw his setup and I thought, you know, it's just such a simple way of doing stuff, and plus it reduces a stack of weight, and that was a big one what sort of got on my mind. So I've been thinking about it for a while. So here's the box I've got here. You know, camp chair can just sit in the front there like that, but so this is the boxes I've got here. Now I've got different coloured boxes, so I know what's in them, so I don't have to go guessing, you know, what's in the stuff. So the full black box down the bottom down here, you can get whatever coloured sort of mix and match whatever you want, but the full black one there, now I've got my camp oven, you know, my big frying pan, my billies and all that sort of stuff, and kettle in that box in there, or sort of all the cooking gear stuff that I don't need during the day. Then in this one here, the black one with the orange box, well, that's got, you know, my air compressor for pumping up my tyres, and tent pegs, and, you know, guy ropes, and my awning extension bag, that all goes in there, and a few other odd bits and pieces. But again, you know, stuff in the bottom there, fairly heavy stuff too. So keeping it down nice and low. So that's in there, stuff that I don't need a great deal during the day. The one up the top up here, the grey box with the black lid, now that's got my, you know, knives and forks and plates and cups and, you know, stuff that I'm going to probably need, you know, during the day for making my lunches and that sort of thing. So that one sits up the top there, easy to get to. And then this box here, which is empty at the moment, but that's the full grey box, that's got all my food and everything in it. So, you know, so again, easy to get to, and I'll pull up on the side of the track there for making my lunches. But some big advantages also with these. One, what I've already mentioned, you know, the savings on weight. But, you know, depending how often you guys travel and how often you go away, but the beauty of this is when you get home from your camp trip, you can just get these 4 boxes or 3 boxes, how many ever you got, just grab them and you can take them out. So, you know, you don't have to be driving around, you know, your full drive if it's a daily driver. You don't have to be driving around all the time with all your camp gear in. So that's certainly one advantage of that. I'll just get one box here out. Well, the other thing I've got here too, I've got a LED light there now on both sides so I can see what's going on at night time, which makes it nice and easy. That wasn't there before. And then I'll just get one out. So I've got a great big strap, you know, holding these in. So they're not going to go anywhere. And the thing is, they lock into each other too. So they're designed, you know, that the bottoms will lock into the top of the lid on the bottom there. But, you know, but you can pick them up and, you know, when you want to go off to your camp, you know, you can take your food box to your camp or whatever like that. So I can put that there, and, you know, I've got all this platform here for making lunches and things on the side of the track. The big camp table, you know, that I use around camp, well, that's now up the back there because I'm not going to need that at all during the day. So that's strapped back to the new cargo barrier that I've got in there. So that's where these are certainly a great idea, I reckon. And yeah, look, it's going to be absolutely perfect. So everything that I had in my drawers before is now in these 4 boxes, and even the stuff that I had stacked on top of my drawers, you know, that I, you know, like my guy ropes and compressor and all that sort of stuff, is now all packed away in these 4 boxes. So it's a great setup. It's going to work well for me. So we'll go inside in here because there's a lot going on in there, some big changes going on in there, but that's what's happened here. So we'll go around the corner here and I'll show you what's going on in the back because it's pretty good. Righto, as you can see, it looks very different in here. No back seats anymore, they're all gone. So I built this timber platform in the back in here, kept it down nice and low. This is now just bolted, screwed down to some mounting points that I've got there in the floor. So this is what we've got. So I've got the fridge that's sitting over there now, nice and easy to get to. So it's gone from out the back and come forward. So, you know, I've brought a lot of weight sort of forward now of the back wheels, and it just makes the patrol handle so much better and so much different now on the road, both on and off the road. So that's nicely mounted down there. The fridge isn't going anywhere, very easy to get to from that side door. Whereas before, you know, to keep jumping up on the rear bar there and into the fridge. So no doing that anymore, just open the lid and get straight into it. And then the old pile warmer, well, it's had to go up here. You know, I was talking about, you know, trying to keep it mounted down there and just between the 2 seats there, nice and easy to get to. But if I had to put it back there, it just really destroyed all this beautiful storage, you know, heaps of storage I've got in the front here. So this is where it is now, and it's still nice and easy to get to. Just open the door and here we go, straight in. And that's where the pile warmer is going to go there now. So it's still pretty easy to get to. And then underneath it, I've got my water storage now sitting on a shelf in here. So I've got 40 litres sitting there if you know, if I'm going on an extended trip. Again, around the high country, 20 litres is plenty just for myself. If I was ever going to do, you know, a Central Australia or longest trip than that, well, I've got I've got 40 litres there, but I could even get a 3rd jerry can in there, so I could go away with 60 litres of water if I needed to. So that's my setup there, and that's all, you know, ocky strapped all back nice and tight to the mesh barrier out the back out there, all nice lightweight. That mesh barrier, that's just you know, a bit of security door mesh, and absolutely fantastic, nicely secured down. And then over the other side there, well, I've got the inverter, which that was sort of always in that position, even with the other cargo barrier. That's over there with my, you know, my bank of plugs there where I can charge up my phone and camera batteries and that sort of stuff when I'm traveling around. And then under here, I've still got a little bit of storage. So under here, I can get, you know, tent poles, those sort of things can go under there. And then my big cook set, you know, a few of us have certainly seen that. Well, that'll jam under there as well. So that goes under there. So I've still got, you know, a bit of storage sort of about sort of this much, you know, right through here where your feet used to sit, you know, when the back seats were in. So I've got that much going through there where I can get some stuff in under there. But you know, it's an absolutely fantastic setup now as it is. I really like it, and it's going to serve me really well going on trips going forward. So there you go, that's the custom layout in the back of my Julia Patrol. What have you guys done maybe with your 4-drives, and how have you set up the you know, the backs of yours? And you know, this is the beauty of DIY, you know, you can build it and do whatever you want. So if you're a bit handy, and this is a setup that I've built, and it's absolutely fantastic. So there you go guys, about time now go and get this thing packed up and load that fridge up and head out in the bush, I reckon. So we'll catch you guys a bit later on. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.